Hairy buns.
Hairy buns.
Hairy buns. Okay. I am doing the recording for the pre-bit, but I suppose we can...
Oh shit!
Use it. Yeah, we can use it to test the...
Did you just record the hairy buns?
Yeah, I recorded us shouting hairy buns a lot.
Amazing. Drum roll.
Okay, thank you for that drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Antisocial Gamers podcast.
Welcome!
With you today, to my side, is the ever-lovely Robert.
That's me. I'm lovely.
And speaking to you now is an empty husk shell of a man, of his former self. Hello, this is Nathan, and I'm not feeling great this week.
Nathan is tired because he hasn't been to work in like so long, and now he's back at work.
Yeah, now I'm back at work and I forgot what regular sleeping schedule means. Because like for the past 2 weeks I've been going to bed at like 3 o'clock, like almost every night, and waking up at like 12 because I'm a bum.
Yeah.
And like on Saturday I said to myself, okay, tonight I should go to bed really early to prepare for tomorrow's early night. Went to bed at like 2, thought, but I'll be fine. I'll just make myself wake up really early, slept through my alarm, and it's like, well, shit, I'm just going to go to bed at 10 and do what I usually do and hope it works. Well, I fell asleep about 3 o'clock in the morning, so there's that.
Good job. Well, I mean, lately I've been sleeping at 4 a.m., but because I work evenings, so I don't really need to be awake in the mornings unless I do an AFD shift, which, for those who don't know, AFD stands for all fucking day.
I did not know that.
Yeah. The worst shift I've ever worked is 8:30 in the morning to midnight.
Holy shit.
So
I
luckily had a 3-hour break.
Okay, that's not much of a break as much as it is going home.
Yeah, well, I can't really go home because it takes me like 40 minutes to go home.
That doesn't stop me, shit. So, it takes me like 15 minutes to get home.
So I just end up staying. So what I'll tend to do on my breaks is like eat the free food I get.
What he does is, because he works in a place that serves food, he spends the entire 3 hours scurrying around on the floor dropping every bit of food that the customers drop.
Yes, no. I get free
Alright, quick dismissal.
Yes, no.
Allegedly, you scurry around the floor. I've been saying that word a lot this week.
What, allegedly?
Just telling total bullshit and then allegedly.
Allegedly you said that. But,
Nice twist.
I know! But I eat free food, and then I go next door to Starbucks, and I stay in there for 2 hours drinking coffee.
Nice.
That's my routine. It's gotten to the point where the people from Starbucks will write my name on a cup.
What, just as soon as you enter?
As soon as I enter, they'll write my name on a cup and be like, oh yeah, you want this thing, right? And I'm like, yep. I'm a terrible person.
I've never ordered anything from a Starbucks.
Why?
Which is weird. Well, I've never really had the opportunity to go in. There's not one in the town that we live in now. That's a nice segue. Robert is no longer homeless anymore.
I'm not homeless.
I'm not allowed to make jokes about him.
Yeah.
But I can call him Harry Potter for living in a fucking cupboard in a house.
Yeah, for some reason I get the tiny room because fucking girls, right?
Because you are the man of the house.
Right, yeah, so obviously I should be... Fuck, I'm just so angry. I mean, I tell myself that I don't care, like I'm just gonna grin and bear it, but I came back in here again and I was like, yeah, this room is fucking tiny. It is basically the size of a double bed. Just think about that.
Yeah, the entire room itself is about the size of a double bed.
It's probably the size of your bed, Nate.
That doesn't... No, I have a king size, fuck you. I live in luxury.
No, but like... It is probably the size of your king size bed.
I would probably not be able to fit the mattress in here.
Yeah. Isn't that shit? The other girls, they get massive rooms. They can fit king-size beds and desks and wardrobes and whatever.
They can fit their massive egos in there.
I need to decide whether or not I want a single bed and a desk, or a single bed and a wardrobe. That's what I need to do.
Does one of the quote-unquote other girls listen to the podcast?
Yeah, Jessica.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jessica. You are lovely.
Fuck you!
No, you're lovely, Jessica. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean any of those hurtful things that I said to or about you.
It was annoying because when we were here, like, the first thing she did was, like, she was like, "Ooh, I really like this room," and, like, I was like, oh, do you now? Do you? Because I obviously don't get the hints you're dropping.
This room is so great. I'm afraid I'm so unhappy that I have to not take it for this other, much worse room which I can dance in.
The like really shitty part was like, we were in the car and we were talking about the different rooms, about how like the carpet like is too long for the doors to shut, and then she was like, "Oh, it's not like that in my room," and I was like, "Oh,
I see.
Oh, your room.
Not so nice, is it now, Mrs.
You bitch." So there was
I just want to remind the people listening at home that this person listens to the podcast.
Yeah. So we had a nice awkward silence in the car because I was really angry and I just didn't want to talk about it because I knew I wasn't going to get my way.
Oh, I'm just imagining a grumpy Robert just sulking as he stares out the window.
That's precisely what I did as well. And it's precisely what I did. I was sulking, and it was like, I feel bad because like,
I would say rightfully so.
I don't want to seem like
ungrateful.
Like, well, exactly. I mean, I was homeless for one. I've been living in her house for like months now.
Yeah.
Out of the kindness of her heart, but also like I've been homeless, so it would be nice to have a nice room, huh? Nope.
That's the thing, because like this is the first time I've seen Robert's new house, and we sort of approached. I was like, "Wow, this is a really nice place," and we looked around. I was like, "Wow, this is really nice on the inside." And then Robert said, "And this is my room." I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, Nathan was like, "Wow, the whole
sucks to be you."
He was like, "The whole house is lovely except for your room."
Well, no,
thanks, Nathan.
I'll put it into words this way: it's painted about as well as the rest of the fucking houses.
Yeah.
Whoever the decorators were here, I wouldn't recommend them.
Yeah, really bad paint jobs, but whatever. I'll be putting like posters up anyway. So
posters of Barry.
Oh my god, I should get a poster of Barry!
You should get like 5 posters of Barry and then put them up in everyone else's room.
For those who don't know, because we haven't mentioned it on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little bit in love with Barry Kramer.
Of who?
Of Game Grumps.
Of the Grump Studio, yes.
And I should inform you all that I know he's not gay.
Allegedly.
But there's no harm in dreaming.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. He's allegedly not gay, but look at him, man. He's like a ball of adorable.
He has very nice eyes.
He does. He does. He is both my home screen and my phone lock screen.
This is how much I've gotten used to you. Like, you said home, and I immediately imagined you'd follow it with stuck.
How dare you?
Mr. wearing a Homestead t-shirt as we speak.
Shit.
But
yeah, that's my real life. For those, I don't think we even mentioned it, but we are currently in my house recording. So.
Oh yeah, which is why we have a terribly echoey podcast this week, because there is no furniture in this house at all.
I have no furniture yet, but I have got a house.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to fit a furniture in here.
Maybe one.
Maybe one furniture. One whole furniture.
Yeah, because fuck you. I don't even know which... Because I know I can't fit a single bed this side.
No.
So it needs to be long range, which like really decreases. Because I can't have it this side, can I?
No.
Because the door's there.
And what I suppose what's worse is, because you've got the radiator here, you can't... Either you have to not have this on, or you have to make sure nothing's touching it. The risk of fire.
I never have the radiator on anyway, because I really...
You're Canadian, yeah.
I hate being hot, so it will always be off in my room. But, it's just frustrating because everyone has like lots of options they can do with their really big rooms, and I have a closet.
You could literally wallpaper this room with about 7 posters.
I have a closet.
You have a closet.
It's got a funky window.
It's got a nice sort of diamond-esque window, which is pretty nice. But it doesn't really save the room.
You know, also like segueing. Because Jessica listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
Hi, Jessica.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you for listening, by the way. Keep listening.
Yeah, even though we're dissing you, you bitch.
I retracted the one bad thing I said about her. The one allegedly bad thing I said about her.
That is the 5th time you said allegedly.
I know. Can you tell I'm trying to make it the podcast title?
But, like, the other day, this must be like what normal people do when they see our podcast feeds, because she was looking through the episode she's missed, and then she just stopped and looked at me and went, 2 fucking hours! She was like, what did you speak about? I was like,
this was the one where I tacked on the like the other episode.
Yeah, and so I was just like, just listen to it, Jessica, you fucking funny.
Although I was complimented on that episode, saying that the extra bit was actually quite good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who said it?
My brother.
Oh, Dane.
Cheers.
I think he's our biggest fan.
He probably is, which is weird.
Love you, Dane.
Lauren was also a big fan, but that's mostly because it's the only opportunity she has to bond with you.
Oh, I feel bad, Lauren.
You have deserted your best friend.
I haven't deserted her. I just haven't made plans because I've been working so much.
But soon you will be within the same area as her.
It's okay. I live in Stamford soon, and then I have a house. I have a house. I just haven't got furniture in it yet. I'm moving in like this week, and then I'll get paid on the 21st of August. I'll have like £1,000, and I'll just be like, "Hey, let's go do something." So
you know what I find funny? Like every time we talk about our lives and we reference the town that we live in, I always label it as this town, and you always go straight for actually naming it. The internet assassins can come after us now.
Yeah, but they don't know exactly where we live. They just know we live around Stamford.
It's a pretty small place.
Yeah, that's true. They'll probably find us on the streets somewhere.
Just walking around with your floppy hair and my rosy cheeks.
What are you saying?
I'm saying your hair is
my
lovely.
hair floppy?
No, it's really nice for how thin it is. I said this at work. I cannot compliment people for shit.
Were you trying to compliment?
That was an attempted compliment. It started out well, and then I ended it. Oh, you know how thin it is.
It's really nice, even though it's really thin. I was like, ooh, backhanded compliment. God, Samara.
References. The thing is, though, I probably can't comment. Probably can't compliment other people's hair because, like, my hair is probably the only thing I'm kind of vain about. Aww. Even though it does look shit, I'm just so happy with how thick and luscious it is. It might look like shit, and it's the hardest thing to style in the world, which is why I don't style it. It's just naturally incredible.
It's just naturally amazing.
See, let's talk about how wonderful I am for some more.
Yes. Nathan is very kind, and he's got lovely personality traits such as kindness. I'm really good at this complimenting thing too, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound sarcastic when
He's got very rosy cheeks.
Oh, for fuck's sake. See, now they will find me.
They're lovely. They're lovely. It's
now,
adorable, really.
The internet assassins are going to come to Stamford.
Look for
Stamford, Connecticut. We'll just say that.
Yes, we live in America.
Yeah, we live in America. Can't you tell by our wonderful American accents?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am the American.
We haven't talked about a single video game.
No, we don't have to anymore. Fuck it.
Fuck it. It's our podcast. We can do it.
It's our podcast. We can cry if we want to.
It's our podcast. We can cry if we want to.
Thank you for adding some spice to my punchline there.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Why did you thank me for thanking you?
I don't know.
Is this your Canadian side again?
Yes, I'm just too polite.
It's
the funny thing. Like, I will always apologize at work when I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh yeah. No, I listened to the first episode, as I mentioned, for the reason that I mentioned, and which I'll probably get on in a second. Probably. And you mentioned the exact same thing. Like you'll say sorry to literally everyone for no reason.
Well, the other day, like I was walking past, I was like in a rush, and I hit a chair, and I turned around to apologize, and I was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and it was just a chair.
It was just a chair.
There was no one in it, and there was a table looking at me, apologizing to an inanimate object, and they were laughing, and I was walking away. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassing." I am the worst. I think everyone who comes in must think I'm like new because I act so. I'm always so jumpy and jittery.
Yeah.
But I've worked there the longest. It's just really funny.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, fuck it. While we're talking about ourselves, and
let's do this.
Narcissistic, why not? I spent as I think was mentioned earlier. I spent the last 2 weeks on holiday. I call it a holiday. It's holiday from my
a sitting around the house holiday.
Yeah, it was a holiday from my regular scheduled work and doing some sort of not homework, but some personal projects, I should call them. I've got a lot of work done on some videos that I don't have a date yet. All I can say is
coming
last
fall.
End of August is all I will say. Within the last week of August, you should be seeing some videos come up.
I'm so excited.
Which you might like.
I'm so excited because I'm
both excited and nervous because obviously the formula has changed since the first series. One thing I want to do is I want to compile a best of video of like the original series. Best of.
I stopped myself. But you continued.
I'm sorry. Just because I do occasionally... I don't like always listening to myself. Sometimes these podcasts are hard to listen to.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But
yeah, I know. It's difficult to listen to me, isn't it?
No, shut up. To listen to yourself, because you yourself are your hardest critic.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you spend so much time with yourself that you find yourself unbearable because you see yourself all the time. But, like... Other people will listen and they'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't heard this person in like a week or 2 weeks, like whenever we make videos. Or, I mean, not videos.
Oh, we're already getting sweet things.
So, yeah.
And, what I was going to say was, I do watch back on the old videos and I do laugh and think, okay, that was a really good joke on my part. I'm so clever.
And then the rest is just like,
Yes, I think I might compile a best of video. But what I was going to say was, while we're sort of talking about the whole you are your own worst critic, like, there is one episode that, it's one of those things of, when you lie down, you think about all of your past embarrassing moments.
Yes.
And I don't know why I pick on myself
which
so
episode
much.
is it? Please,
I honestly can't remember because I must have like avoided it on purpose. I think it might have actually been Five Nights at Freddy.
Amazing.
Well, like you were telling me something, and I was going to say, oh yeah, but for some reason I put so much emphasis into it. I went, oh yeah, and I sound like such a fucking retard. I'm glad you went on past it.
I'm gonna need to like listen back now so that I can hear it and laugh to myself again and be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just oh yeah. That's an embarrassing moment for me. But what is this podcast about embarrassing moments? Because we're the wrong podcast.
The wrong podcast.
I'm sort of upset that we didn't just call ourselves the wrong podcast.
Yeah, like, I mean, it didn't start until we
until people
made the podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't even. This is basically just like a remnant. We should really have done this sort of conversation on our like 1 year anniversary or something. Just talking about all of our past efforts.
I know it's barely been like half a month. Well, what? Actually, no. I think it's been like 8-9 months.
Yeah, I think our first recording was like the 17th of January. I think I might have to check on SoundCloud to be sure of that because we first upload them to Sound. Again, we're talking as if like, haven't we had a great year, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, our year's not over yet.
Again, sorry, I thought I heard noises.
It was me.
Oh, okay. I thought there were people coming into the house. I thought it'd be like Night Trap or something.
Mate, there's no one in the house but us.
Oh, I'm getting anxious now.
The house is empty.
Yeah, I know, but other people have keys, I think. Do they?
Yeah, Jessica and Helen. Helen's on holiday and Jessica's at work.
Oh, you never know, though. They could come and kill us.
Okay.
I think we're done with that. Let's just go on to one topic. Let's talk about probably the most controversial topic of the week, which is Konami upsetting more people.
Ha!
Because it's what they do.
Konami is totally into upsetting people, I heard.
Well, okay, there is a few things I want to talk about with Konami, because there was something I've not written down, but...
Oh, okay.
Basically, Konami came out, I think it might have been last week, and said, hey, guess what, guys, we're coming out with a new Silent Hill game, and also a Castlevania game. And it was like, holy shit, they're not, like...
Wet dreams
bullshit.
happening.
Yeah. And then they released a couple of trailers. And the Silent Hill one, as far as I can see, started off looking like a fairly normal like video game trailer, and then all of a sudden it turns out it's a gambling pachinko machine.
Yes.
I didn't even realise there were adverts for them.
This is everything I've ever wanted.
And of course the Castlevania thing was exactly the same. And like it was Castlevania and its subtitle was erotic violence.
What?
Which I don't quite know what that means. But
what? A pachinko machine is not erotic in any way.
It is just a slot machine.
What the fuck? I love pachinko machines, by the way. I think they're really cool.
How does some like flashing pictures on a screen symbolize erotic violence?
Who knows?
The more pachinkos you earn, like the more clothes fall off.
But like, there's a video game pachinko thingy, isn't there?
I can only assume so.
Well, I mean,
as in like something like the NES or something.
No. Like for PC, I believe. Like the Game Grumps have played it before.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not seen it. So don't expect me to talk when I'm about to finish off my iron brew.
But yeah, but from that, I've kind of gotten into it. I think it looks really cool. But you know,
let's go to Japan and gamble all of our money away on pachinko machines.
I would love to go to Japan, but I'm just poor. So.
I don't know if I would because I don't like fish.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like I'm really picky about food as well, so I'd have a bad time.
Yeah. Which is not...
But I'd like
it's
to
not
have,
good for travelling internationally.
But I'd like to have, like, beef steak or omelette rice.
Omelette rice?
Omelette.
Like, that's racist.
Japan.
I'm sure that's racist.
It's not. They say it on my animus.
It's allegedly racist.
You fucker. Stop saying allegedly.
Never! No, I best not run that joke into the ground because it features a lot in the Blur episode. Oh shit, I've mentioned too much now.
We've spoken too much.
Spoilers!
You know, the Blur episodes I'm not in, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's fine. You don't have to watch those then.
I will watch them. I'm a big supporter.
I was talking to the audience because you're the favourite one. You're the one that everyone likes.
I am not the favourite one.
Everyone, if you think that I'm your favourite one, hit the spacebar now. See, they all love me. The text yes to 91127.
Shut up.
Calls cost £1.50 per minute.
Call. Make sure you check with your bill.
Yeah, check with your parents or legal guardian today.
But
I miss children's TV shows that would tell you to do that.
They're great.
Definitely give us a phone call, but don't without your parents' permission, for God's sake.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need another lawsuit. Share.
So yeah, the pachinko machine's got people upset. Actually, I saw today that Sega announced a Bayonetta pachinko machine. Because clearly Konami are the people to be trendsetters right now.
Now, you know what? A much better tagline for the Bayonetta one would be erotic violence.
Probably. Because she is an erotic person.
There's so much fucking sex.
There is so much boobies.
There's so much fan service in it. It's ridiculous.
Why does she have such long legs?
I don't know. Like,
is it because she is a witch?
I don't know. She has a strange body. Like,
I can only imagine it was one of those things of, you know, she went to Hogwarts.
But it's a really good game.
And she was told, guess what, you have magical powers.
At the cost of this, you have really long legs.
Have this wand, now perform a magic trick. Longed-leggedus. Oh shit, can I reverse it? No.
Nope.
Dumbledore, please. No.
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 Yeah, that was
10 points to me.
Jesus Christ. On the topic of Bayonetta, though, like, I've recently played through Bayonetta 2.
Yeah, because you have a Wii U.
Because I have a Wii U now.
Alright, calm down.
Sorry, I'm really sorry. Please edit that out.
No.
But yes, I've been playing Bayonetta 2, and it's really good. I had a lot of fun playing it, but there's so much fan service in the first kind of, like, little bit of the game. Like, she does this kind of, like, flip thing where she's on her... She like, slides onto her back and her legs are wide open, like that.
Right.
And you know how she wears, like, a skin-tight black...
You can see
suit.
You can see right up the first gully, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, not only that, like, this person is... Not person.
This falling out of her.
An angel has got, like, a spear, and he's, like, thrusting it, and, like, she opens her legs, and it just goes through her legs, and it's like, why is there so much fan service?
Jesus.
Like, it's in the first 10 minutes of the game, she's naked, and you're just like, oh!
Okay, I'm dealing with this now.
Yeah.
Isn't her suit made out of her hair or something?
Yes,
like
it is.
So
every time... every time she, like, uses a summoning kind of spell, like, her hair, like, summons it. So, like, all of the hair that goes off of her body to make her hair clothes, like, so she's standing there essentially naked because she's summoning some hell beast.
Can you imagine cleaning out the shower that she's done? You go to pull it out, just pull the hair out of it.
Oh my god!
And then it would come alive and
so much hair!
Because her hair is alive, I think.
It's not alive.
She just has ultimate control over it because she is a witch!
Hyper control, yeah.
Burn the witch. I suppose I've also been playing Fallout 3 forever.
Forever.
For the past like 3 days I've been playing it forever. And I'm upset that I'm not playing it now. I suppose I'm trying to get myself hyped for Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm not one for like purchase on the day thing, because usually within 2 weeks it's like reduced by like 20% or something silly like
that. And then you like kick yourself. Yeah, but
no. I need that game as soon as it's out. I know you're not a Fallout fan, but
I'm not. It's a little bit like I wish I was, but it's a game that I could totally hold off on playing. I'm sure there's a lot of RPGs I could be playing in that time.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my thing.
It's one of those games that I can understand if people don't really like, because unless you're sort of really into sort of just getting lost in a world, not really caring that much for story, just feel like it's kind of like a hike in the woods simulator, except you get to shoot like giant rats.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And I'm having a really great time with the game. I made my character have like a really fat Chinese face.
Amazing.
But it's a regular like teenage body. And the thing is, I didn't actually know this beforehand, but the character who is your dad, who's played by Liam Neeson, sort of changes his facial features to look similar to you. And of course,
really?
Yeah. So just seeing Liam Neeson with this really wide jawline and Chinese face.
Amazing.
It was wonderful. Also, of course, I named my character Niall Leeson. Just
did you actually?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Look at what we've done.
Look at what I've done to myself.
On the topic of RPGs, though, you know how I was talking about Golden Sun.
Yeah.
And how I really enjoyed it. So
do you no longer like it?
No. I've been playing Golden Sun 2, and I've also played this sort of sequel to that, which is Golden Sun 3, which is for the DS. And I played... It's funny, because I played Golden Sun 1, and I played that like years ago. I've played it over and over. So I know everything to do in it and everywhere to go. And then I played Golden Sun 3, and it was really linear. Like, it was very, like, you know exactly where you want to go, what to do. And then I was playing Golden Sun 2, because it's the one that I haven't played yet. And it just got to a point where I was, like, kind of wandering around, and I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, what? Like, I'm wondering if the first one was, like, as convoluted on what to do, or if I, like, because I've played it so much. I've played the first one over and over and over, so I know exactly where to go. But playing Golden Sun 2 for the first time, I obviously don't know where I'm going, don't know what I'm doing. So I'm wondering if, like, I don't know, if because I played earlier that I get because I kind of thought I knew where to go, but I didn't.
You see, you say that the third one was fairly linear in comparison to the first one.
Yeah.
See, what I'm imagining happened was, like, people might have complained about the second one being a bit too sort of lose yourself, I don't know where the fuck I'm going, and they thought, okay, fix this, just corridors. Because I eventually
found out that, because it gets to a point where you find, like, a future party member and they're in jail, and then you're
no, what did they do?
They think he's with some pirates, but he's not.
Excuse me, were you standing near those pirates? No. Alright.
Yeah, so they falsely accuse him and put him in jail.
Poor guy.
And you're supposed to, like, prove his innocence. But at the same time, you could also go one direction, go through a desert, and then, like, talk to these people, lead these people through to another place, like, go through this really convoluted route, get to Airrock, learn, but, like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to go to another place, and then you learn a different spell,
that's usually what you do in RPGs. You find where you're supposed to go and go the other direction.
Yeah, exactly, but there was also another direction where you could do something else first, and, like, I mean, they all led towards the same thing, but I just wanted to know which was the right way to go. Because I was just wandering around. I was just wandering around this big continent for like 1 second, like no,
1 second.
not 1 second, like 10 minutes, and I was just like,
Say just step forward. No, lost. Don't care.
But when I first entered each area, it didn't give me anything. Like it didn't say,
Hey, you've got to go to the bar to meet
yeah,
with the ladies.
it didn't give me an objective, and I was sat there and I was like, I don't know what to do, and I don't want to like, because I hate backtracking, but I kept doing it, and I was like, I don't know what order to do things in. I think that's just because I'm a fucking
You almost said retard.
I know, I didn't want to, but then you said it, so I don't know. I think I just want my hand held, and I think that's stupid because I also hate games that hold your hand. But whatever. We've talked long enough about me being an idiot.
Yeah, Golden Sun, was that a Konami game?
I don't know.
No, but while we're on the topic of Konami, that's how you get out of a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were talking about Konami way back about their pachinko machines. I said twice because I'm such a professional speaker.
And
there was
falls out of your pocket.
fuck's sake. There was a recent review about Konami's sort of staff policy, like the way they treat their staff. And surprisingly, they treat their staff like utter shit.
Oh no!
Like one of the most surprising things to come out of the review, I did it again, was that apparently one thing they tend to do to developers once they feel like they've had their worth is they would demote them to like really menial tasks, like being sort of security guards, janitorial duties, like cleaning toilets, sort of thing, and basically break them until they quit instead of firing them, sort of thing.
Why?
These were guys that were big developers. There's sort of been theories going around that some of the biggest things, like the guys behind like Castlevania, even Hideo Kojima, could have been like subject to the same sort of abuse.
That's so shitty.
Which is why they're sort of going the way south.
Konami, get your shit together.
Play nice with the other children.
God.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to mention about that, was the fact that Konami is shit to their staff, and it's no real surprise.
Bunch of dickheads.
Might as well move on to some more topics that interest us. We'll do a quick one, which is basically the Fantastic Four movie came out recently. It's apparently a pile of dog shite.
Oh, did it actually come out?
It's out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's out in some countries.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's out in this country, I can't quite say for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was out in this country.
Oh god, now I look like a totally bad journalist. It's probably out. By the time this podcast comes out, it'll be out.
Yeah.
And
I get you.
Yeah, it's got like a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Oh no!
So it's apparently
tomatoes.
Absolute like shithouse. And what's allegedly happened, and I'm saying that legitimately, is that this is not the first time this has happened with the Fantastic Four.
Well, no, Fantastic Four is just a shit franchise.
What I'm saying is that back in 1994,
there was a really shitty film.
There was a really shitty film that came out of the Fantastic Four,
but it was just so that the director could keep the film rights.
Yes, it was just so that Fox, I want to say.
I think so, yeah.
I believe it was Fox, could keep the film right. And that's what's expected to have happened this time.
It's not surprising.
I'll put it into this sort of perspective for you.
Well, because it's not Marvel's, is it?
Well, no, it's not Marvel, but it's also because it's probably shit, apparently. And I'll put it this way. The Green Lantern in its opening weekend grossed, I think it was about $30 million.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four grossed 11. It was like
Schadenfreude.
Yeah, I can't help but sort of look smugly on and go. Yes.
I do like it when film franchises I don't like do badly.
Well, apparently, like it makes like the 2000s film. I don't know exactly what it.
Whoa! It makes the 2000s film look good.
Yeah, it makes it look actually quite decent. You know, it wasn't the Fantastic Four. It was At Home with Mr. Fantastic and Friends. Because there was like one fucking fight scene in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still.
Oh, someone's salty.
I do like the film, but again, it's not a good movie.
No.
But yeah, that was just a quick one that I wanted to talk about. Is there any that you've seen on the list that you want to go into discussion about? Or
well, I mean, I'm always a slut for Five Nights at Freddy's. So.
Okay, then let's talk about some Five Nights at Freddy's. As we mentioned, as we announced on this, but we broke the news.
We did break the news.
We did,
sort of,
but
sort of.
There's going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
There is.
And one of the, I think the guy who's leading the practical effects of the upcoming movie,
Yes,
sort of did a Q&A on Twitter,
Ooh.
and revealed some things about the movie which gives some high hopes for it.
Let's
Basically,
do this.
the guy who's working on the practical effects is the same guy who worked on the film. Have you seen Monster House?
No. Oh wait, yes.
Entirely stop motion film.
Yeah.
Some pretty fucking impressive visuals in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
The most recent notable film, well, I say notable, but the most recent famous film, shall I say, that he worked on, was the remake of the Poltergeist film. Which I don't think got very good reviews, but hey, it probably had some great practical effects.
Surely.
Could never know. And this guy tweeted a photo of sort of like the starting workings of like the animatronic. Like all that was really there was like some eyes and a mouth, and they look fucking good already. I will say that they look pretty creepy. And one of the things that the guy mentioned was what he's like striving for, what he's going to do his darndest to create is an actual full bipedal animatronic.
Oh wow!
Like he's gonna
like it'll be able to walk itself.
Well, not necessarily that, but actually have like a full scale model rather than just have it be like your top half movable and the bottom half CG sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna try his hardest to do that sort of thing, which would be fucking great if it could, because it really wouldn't work well with CG.
No.
I watched like a Five Nights at Freddy's fan film recently, and it wasn't that great.
Was it cringy?
It wasn't cringy. It was just like, this is very stock.
Yeah.
As a horror film goes.
Well, I mean, you can't exactly do much with horror films anymore anyway. Because, the genre's kind of been run to the ground. Like, there's a genre for everything.
Well, yeah, it depends. It depends again on what sort of film you're going for. Like, this fan film was clearly like, it was based upon like slasher movie type thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was actually very close to your idea.
Oh,
It opens up, like, basically the
I
suits,
remember my idea.
The suits are in storage.
Yeah.
And, like, the security guard who's working that night has a girl over and they're fucking in storage.
Yes!
And then they get separated and they get picked up one by one.
That's exactly what...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Which is
so cool. I'm going to sue them.
Yeah, we're going to sue, but whatever.
When was it out? Because
I didn't check.
I'm sure we could date the podcast back and sue them for it.
The podcast was only like 2 or 3 months ago at best.
Oh,
but
yeah,
still.
If it was made before the middle, that would be amazing. I'd be like, excuse me, you stole my premise.
Excuse me, sir, please. And what some of the other things that were sort of mentioned.
Cease and desist.
Cease and desist. They're not even fair enough. I don't think it's profitable. It's a fan film on YouTube.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to be a dick.
One thing. Oh, no. Stay on topic, Nathan. Stay on topic.
Come on, tangents.
No more tangents.
It's what we do.
One other thing. Apparently, according to the practical effects guy, Scott Cawthon is going to be having a big role in the script.
Is he going to be in... Is he Phone Guy?
He's going to be Phone Guy.
Yes!
That was one other thing that was announced. He's going to be reprising his role as Phone Guy.
Amazing.
What else was there? Oh yeah, it's because Scott's working on the project. It's going to stick within the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, but the film itself will not be taking place within any of the current games.
Ooh.
So it will be its own separate story based within the universe.
Okay.
So yeah, that's something to look forward to. I think that's all that was really worth mentioning about.
What about the shade with the shade throwing with Scott and Matt Pat?
The game theorist being wrong. Well, yeah, the thing is, like, I sort of watched the video and thought, okay, that was pretty good.
I watched it, but I also at the same time I was like, oh, why are you?
Yeah, you seem to be focusing a lot on certain things, but not really looking into little other things. Like, one thing I've seen spread around that makes a lot more sense is that you play the older brother, not the actual bite victim, which makes a lot more sense.
Do tell.
But we've not played that much of the game, damn it. We don't know.
I know, that's true, yeah. But I don't know, like...
But just like... I'll be interested to see where it goes, because I'm not a huge fan of the game theorist, but from what my lovely husband, who is a fan of him, states, is that apparently Matt Pat actually loves being proven wrong about things and will most likely make an addendum to it.
Yeah, no, he does like... Well, I mean, I'm sure that when he got the tweet, he was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah, that's the thing because he got a message on YouTube from Scott Cawthon, the creator, and it's saying something like, "Oh, great video, but you're wrong."
Yeah, essentially. And then he ended it with like, "I look forward to the next theory." And it's like, "Ooh,
sit burn."
Ooh. Which I quite like, but like I felt like MatPat was being a little bit aggressive in his video anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing because MatPat is obviously a very intelligent person.
Yeah,
and I think he got a little bit lost in his own.
I think
I am smart.
A little bit carried away with his like, look at me. And
the entire video was spent around proving Scott wrong that he didn't think about where he could possibly be right.
Yeah. Which well, I mean, because I've watched all of his videos, so I really like it, but I was uncomfortable with this one because it was just it was a little bit too.
It did feel very. I am so smart.
Yeah.
I am so smart.
Yeah.
SMRT.
I mean SMRT.
The Simpsons quotes because we know how to do comedy.
Yes, but yeah. So I mean, I look forward to an addendum.
Yeah, I'll look forward to see what happens from it. Yeah, that's pretty much all I needed to talk about
FNAF.
About FNAF.
FNAF.
I'll be honest. I'm quite looking forward to the movie.
We have to see it together. We have to see it together.
I don't. That's the thing. There's not so far been an announcement as to whether it's going to get a cinema release.
I hope it does.
As it's Warner Brothers, I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
We should see it together. We could.
I will scream like a little girl. Have I told you about like the one time I went to see a horror movie in cinema?
You'll need to comfort me because I'm really bad at cinema horror films.
Have I told you about the time I went to see Drag Me to Hell?
I went to. Oh my god! Is this going to be like the same thing? Because that was the first horror film I saw.
That was the first horror film. I went to see it with two friends, Blake and Paul.
Yeah.
And we saw it in the cinema. It was fucking empty. Yeah. Like there was us, another couple, sort of slightly to our left. I think
my story is probably going to be similar to yours.
And another couple, like sort of in the very centre of the actual cinema itself.
Yeah.
And we're watching, and it's not that scary a film, but it is jump scare the film.
Yeah.
Like there are jump scares everywhere. Looking back at the film, I think it's rather funny, but
well, that's my thing as well because when I first saw it, I remember being like really scared the entire time, and I watched it again on a smaller TV, like with other people. I'm like, this film is shit.
I think it's very Sam Raimi.
It's super like campy.
Yeah, I love it as a film, but it's not a good horror film. But yeah, basically, just me and my two friends were just screaming and then laughing at ourselves for screaming. And it got towards the end of the movie, and like the guy in the centre of the cinema just turned around and yelled at us, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" Because clearly we were the only people finding this scary.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, looking back at the film, I remember in particular this one scene where the protagonist gets attacked by the ghost of the old gypsy lady in the shed, and there's a fucking anvil just hanging from the ceiling.
Oh my god!
And the anvil drops on the old lady's head. I'm just like, right fucking Acme on the side of that anvil. You've got yourself a fucking comedy.
It's fucking Looney Tunes, man. It's just, oh my god, it's such a bad film.
It's so bad, but I kind of love it for it.
Like the goat bit, like was. In no film do you expect a goat to call someone a whore. Like it's just beautiful.
And from what I've seen, she wasn't that hoary. It was just kind of rude, frankly.
Ugh, good golly. Check your privilege, demon goat.
Yeah, check your demon privilege.
God.
Is there anything else that really needs talking about? Let's quickly talk about. There's not a whole lot to discuss.
Oh my god, you're so jittery.
Sorry. I'm burning off the iron brew.
You just you barely had any caffeine, and you're just like.
This isn't proper caffeine. This is just sort of generally what I do when I sit still. I have a restless leg. I can't help it.
And must twitch.
But yeah, in the game
must
Destiny.
Stream video games.
Must stream video games. In the game Destiny. Stop.
Destiny is a video game.
I've got like a burp stuck halfway through my throat. It's really hurting.
We should burp at the same time. Ready?
No, it's gone. Damn it. Basically, Destiny.
I've played Destiny.
Did you know that Peter Dinklage is in the game?
I do. He is the little cube dude, isn't he?
Yeah, not anymore.
Oh.
He has been completely retroactively removed in the new update and replaced with Nolan North. The guy who voices literally everybody else in video games.
Amazing.
He plays Nathan Drake. He plays Desmond in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Basically, every dark-haired male protagonist, he plays him.
Brilliant.
And there has been sort of some weird outcry, but I kind of wonder whether Peter Dinklage was asked to be removed from the game, because from what I hear, he didn't give the best of performances. But he's not really a voice actor, I don't think. No. I don't really think that's kind of his shtick.
I don't really remember most of it, but he just sounded like it's just a basic fucking...
Just reading of the lines.
Exactly.
So, but that's the thing, because there's no sort of evidence as to whether he asked to be removed from the game and they just replace him, or whether they... I think like the prevailing theory is Bungie sort of had a meeting. It's Bungie who makes it, isn't it?
Maybe.
Oh, fuck. Maybe Bungie, allegedly Bungie, said, like, had a meeting and say, okay, we're releasing this new DLC. We can't afford to get Peter Dinklage again, but if we get a new voice actor in for the new one, it'll be jarring for any new players. Let's just replace the entire fucking thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assume he's like the voice actor hoe of the video game world.
Yeah.
Get him in cheap and...
That's the thing, I can't
do
imagine
anything.
I can't imagine he's cheap because he's in fucking everything.
Well, yeah, but...
He's probably just like the first name in everyone's Rolodex.
If everyone's having a go, then how expensive can the ride be?
The village bicycle is the most comfortable seat.
Exactly.
That analogy made no sense, but let's just walk past it.
Okay.
Okay, thankfully I've only got about 15 minutes left of this shit, because I need to go to bed.
No, I want to spend more time with you.
No, fuck off, I want sleep.
Oh.
There is another topic, but I don't really know whether it's worth talking about.
Everything's worth talking about when it's with you, Nathan.
Thank you for listening to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end it.
Nathan is like looking for an exit.
Basically, there's been a new announcement of a Tony Hawk's game. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
Yep.
Even though there's been about 6 games in between 4 and 5, but, you know.
Whatever.
That's how you do numbers in games. And the graphics that were sort of shown off for the game looked pretty shit. They looked pretty shit. And they came out recently with sort of a bit of a better trailer, and they are now cell-shaded.
Well...
Which I think is mostly to cover up for the shitty graphics.
Well, I mean, like...
It's like I know it's probably true, but
yeah.
Tony Hawk's look like he's taken a few planks of wood to the face.
But like, cell shading is fine when you artistically choose to do it, but like,
yeah, when it's like,
gotta backtrack because everyone thinks our game looks shit. Let's just cell shade.
It's not like proper cell shading though. All that's really changed is that they've added really thick line art to everything.
Ugh.
Yeah. Which is very uncomfortable to look at with 3D models.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows, dude?
Who knows?
It might be good, it might be not.
Might be good. I always used to really quite enjoy the Tony Hawk's games.
Yeah, I like Pro Skater 3.
Pro Skater 3, Pro Skater 4 I really like. I'm always a sucker for Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for anything after that, but
no.
it all got very serious, I think.
Why be serious and gritty video games?
I think that's because Skate came out and were like, skateboarding's actually hard, so you have to put in effort. And I'm like, no, I don't want to put in effort.
On the topic of being serious, have you seen things that are about Suicide Squad? Do you know what this is?
The Suicide I know what it is.
Yeah.
What about it?
So apparently on the set of this, the director said that they're making it so gritty and realistic and dark.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was a big shock for DC, but they're making it so gritty, serious, and dark that they need to have a therapist on set.
What?
For the actors. And let's just say that, DC, when you need a therapist on set, and the last film you had with Heath Ledger ended up having him killed, like, maybe you need to rethink your movies. If you need a therapist.
I can kind of see the bringing of that, especially as the Joker's in this film. Maybe they just thought, hang on, last time we did this didn't end so well.
No. Like, if you need to bring a therapist, like, why can't you just have a fucking lighthearted film? Why is everything with the Joker gotta be, like, so fucked?
Because that's how you get a half-decent character with it.
But but, like, he can be colourful dark. Like, not
like
fucking,
Mark Hamill.
Not fucking dark. Like, I need a therapist on set now so I don't kill myself dark.
I suppose that's one thing while we're talking about the Joker and Batman and stuff. They're going to make an animated Killing Joke film, and Mark Hamill is going to be reprising his role as the Joker in it.
Hey!
Which is good. And also the voice actor for... I was gonna say something terrible. The voice actor for Batman in the original Bruce Timm animated TV show alongside Heath Ledger is also going to be reprising his role, which is a bit of interesting casting for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed.
I've lost all energy.
Well, when you're talking about losing energy, let's talk about Steven Universe.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
lately, Nathan's watched Steven Universe, and I've already watched all of it because I love it.
Fanboy.
I'm a little bit of a fanboy for Steven Universe. Like, when I first started watching it, I was like, "Oh, this is a cute show." Like, and then I was like, "Ooh, I love this show."
It gets pretty very dark. Sorry,
I love it. It's not just like the dark bits. Like, I love everything. I love the characters. I love the lore. Like, it's a good one.
Yeah, it's really well written.
Yeah.
I'll say the same thing to yourself as I said to Craig, who forced me to watch it. I will put it third in my sort of children's cartoon shows that is reasonable for adults to like category. I would not put it above regular show. Which upsets some people, because apparently regular show is a very frowned upon TV show.
I've started watching more of regular show, like, because sometimes the TV will be on and Cartoon Network will be on and regular show will be playing. And, like, I think from what I've seen, it kind of focuses a lot more on realistic adult relationships.
That's the thing. That's the thing, because I like Adventure Time and Steven Universe because they teach very valuable children lessons.
Yeah.
Whereas I think regular show is kind of the opposite, and it has adult humour that is suitable for children still, but it also has very valuable adult/teenager problems.
Yeah, because what the episode I just last watched was when Mordecai found his ex-girlfriend's sweater and like wanted to take it back to her at college.
Yeah.
And like, it was this whole thing about him needing to let go and like move on, and it's like, oh, that's very adult. Like, that's quite a weird theme to see in a kids show.
Oh, that's actually, hang on, I've just thought of a good connection because Mark Hamill is in that show.
Oh, is he?
He plays the gorilla, Skips.
Oh, Skips is so much fun.
Yeah, the weird talking character.
I really like Skips.
The thing is, like, because he also voices a bunch of background characters, and somebody just points out, that's the Joker voice! But no, I absolutely adore regular show. It's actually my favourite of the three.
I quite like it.
Because, again, people, it's, like I say, it's not everyone's favourite, but it suits my personal imagination and sense of humour perfectly.
The only thing that kind of bothers me is like, what's the gumball head dude's name? Oh my god, this is your favourite show.
Oh my god,
Nathan, what?
It's complete. Okay, no, you put me on the spot now. I'm not going to remember it.
Come on, Nathan.
What? No.
Okay, well, what bothers me is the fact that like you know the nozzly bit where Gumball should come out. It's where his dick is, so like it bothers me.
Yes, and there's plenty of jokes about that. Like there's a scene where he sort of turns the knob thing where to like make the balls come out, and the flap opens. He's got like two gumballs there.
It bothers me. I'm uncomfortable.
I absolutely love that show.
It is good. I really enjoy it actually.
There is something.
I wouldn't say I like it more than Steven Universe.
No.
I think like Steven Universe fits artistically with what I like. Like I really dig the art style, and I really like the childishness of like. And the innocence of the relationship between Connie and Steven, like...
one of my favourite episodes is the one where they fuse. Spoilers.
Stefani. I really like it, and it portrays, like, relationship... It has a lot of really important relationship things in it as well, which is really cool. And it teaches, like, good relationships to kids early.
Yeah.
Because, like, it is... Especially with, like... It kind of lightly touches on, like, not abusive relationships, but, like, bad relationships to have.
Bad relationships,
like, symbolized through, like, malachite and, like, a bunch of really cool shit, so...
Yeah, it also symbolised. It also is weighs very heavily on the symbolism of mental illness.
Yeah.
Like, there's a fan theory that the character of Onion and his father are actually autistic or something like that, and I can't remember his name, but the young kid who works at the chip shop.
Oh,
I can't Pogo or something like that. I can't quite remember.
I can't remember his name.
No, it's completely gone. But he's OCD or something like that, and just some of the gems like are manic depressive, just Asperger or stuff like that.
I see a lot of theories about Pearl being like autistic or Asperger, like, but I don't.
No.
I'm not quite sure how much I agree with those, because like I think some people look too much for something.
Yeah.
Because I think when this is just my personal thing. Especially with people on Tumblr, which is specifically where a lot of the fan base is.
Yeah.
What I see is that when you finally have a show that
speaks to you on a personal level.
It's speaking to a lot of different people. You kind of look more for ways that it could relate to you, but I think people look too far. Because it shows really cool images of it portrays really cool body image, and it portrays strong women of color, and it portrays lesbian relationships. But I think now people are like, oh, it shows mental disorders, and I'm like, but does it?
There are aspects to it, like they did hints at some. But...
I think there are hints, and I kind of agree with certain theories. Like I think maybe Steven has ADHD, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like. But anything without like really hard evidence, I'm not quite into.
One of the issues I have is that the show's writer, Matt something, I can't quite remember his name.
No, Rebecca Sugar.
Oh no, she's the creator, one of the lead writers. I can't remember his name. He's on Twitter a lot, and he he answers a lot of questions, which upsets me because it's like just leave your show a mystery. If people are like finding meaning in the meaningless, then let them have that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's like debunking things and saying, oh no, of course not, stupid. But more the fact of he's I was going to say he's promoting imagination, which is a bad thing for me to say.
Yeah.
But one thing that is not upsetting, but it's a bit weird, is that they're encouraging people to create original characters and personas to have with like their own characters, which is a little weird for a show to do, but fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see.
It's nice to see encouragement of people being happy, at least.
Homestuck did it first, though. Fan trolls. Just saying. But gemstones are cool. I don't have one because I'm not a weirdo.
No. You're well done for avoiding it. There is something I want to touch on. I don't know if I actually have time.
Yeah, we have time. Go on.
Because it's actually, we've been talking about some serious stuff with that Steven Universe, and I kind of don't want to go any deeper into serious, but if you think we could...
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
Okay. I'm just leaving a bit of a blank there so I can cut this out should I need to. If I think it's a bit out of tone.
People are probably asleep now from listening.
From listening to us talk about a cartoon they're never going to watch.
Yeah.
How familiar are you with the Tomska, internet celebrity sensation Tomska? Do you follow his vlog channel at all, Dark Squidge?
I've seen a few of them, yeah.
Okay, he released a couple fairly recently, the first of which talking about responsibility on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it at all?
I don't think so.
You've missed your chance because he's taken it down.
Damn it.
Because basically in the video he was talking about how much he's grown as a person ever since he started YouTube like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And one issue, which is probably the best reason why he took it down, is he listed sometimes he threw a hissy fit at certain YouTubers for certain reasons and listed their names and linked to the videos that were problematic. Like he referenced a Sam Pepper prank incident where he went around pinching girls' asses and he got away with, oh, it's a prank, guys, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
And shit like that, because apparently that's funny.
Mm.
And that was the reason why he took it down in the end. But I looked at the comments of that video, and a lot of the things that Tomska was talking about in the video was being sensitive when it comes to humour.
Yeah.
Like you should always take into account who your audience is and who is going to be hearing the joke and what influence that will have on, because he understands that he has a lot of young people watching his channel and what effect that will have on them. and saying that people should be a bit more careful about the jokes they make, because he admits that stuff like Baby with a Gun and that video he did where he had a prankster commit suicide, which I thought was a funny joke, but I can see why people would find that, to use the Tumblr term, problematic.
Yeah.
And basically, I read the comments and they were throwing a shitstorm saying, using the term social justice warrior because he mentioned the idea of being sensitive when it comes to people and their beliefs.
Yeah.
Which is apparently what social justice warrior means. It means about caring about who is
caring
what.
About other human beings other than yourself.
It's like, I can understand disliking.
What?
I can understand disliking people who are
preachy.
Who are preachy and activists for everything needs to be sexually and aware. So by that I mean everything needs a lead female character who is strong and independent.
You cannot make a gay joke. You cannot make a fucking racist joke.
Which is
nothing is funny.
And as I said, Tomska removed that video from. He didn't remove from the video I forgot how to words there. He didn't remove it from the internet. He made it private and then the next day he put up an apology video and a further explanation video and put a link to the video in the description. I believe.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I didn't. I should probably check my facts before I read them off. But basically in the video he said that he felt a bit embarrassed and irresponsible, in fact, for listing the people whom he thought were out of line. Yeah. And then restated the fact of, he wasn't trying to tell people not to make jokes at certain things, just be aware of the effects that it could have. Yeah. And this is just kind of something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. I've decided what I want to use my Tumblr for, should I ever get round to it.
You're not going to be SJW, are you?
No, I'm going to write essays.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what people want to read on Tumblr.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to actually sort of analyse humour and the barriers for which it's okay to make a joke. And I've actually spoken to there's a comic that I absolutely love on the internet, which sadly is not continuing anymore, called Boxer Hockey. And I've interacted with the artist/writer a couple of times because at one point he sort of put a call out, because there are quite a few gay jokes in it. Right. At the expense of one character who is not gay and tells them repeatedly, but is always picked on for being quote-unquote gay. Yeah. And he sort of put a thing out on Twitter saying, hey, just checking, are these gay jokes crossing a line? And I basically told him, and he retweeted it and said that it was a very good explanation, that I don't think your gay jokes are offensive in any way, because they're not jokes aimed at gay people, more the people who would tell that sort of joke. It's clear that people who were making jokes at the expense of a gay person were absolutely fucking idiots. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of the way that you need to... If you're making a joke that includes a certain subject, that's how you have to tell that sort of joke. It's like... I mentioned... I can't remember the name of the video that Tomska did. I think it might be Epic Pranks or something. Which featured a character who... is essentially a prankster who would film his antics, pranking his girlfriend and stuff, which ended up with the girlfriend leaving him and moving out and stuff. And she came back to the apartment to collect some things of hers and found the pranker had hung himself. Yeah. And supposedly, and then he jumped out the closet yelling how it was a prank, which it is. When you boil it down, it is a joke about suicide. Yeah. But it's not a joke that is at the expense of people who want to commit suicide or commit self-harm or anything along those lines.
It's a joke in this situation.
It's a joke about the character. It's believing this in this surreal world where such a character can exist. Which, again, is... what I think is terrible about this knee-jerk generation that we've got now, because the reference suicide, this is awful.
Oh my god, so insensitive.
Yeah, but I know there's the phrase I know there's a phrase of comedy is like a frog, it dies when you dissect it. Yeah. But sometimes you do actually have to analyse the joke to figure out, okay, did I find this unfunny because I was immediately offended? Was this actually aimed at me to be an offence, or is it just... am I looking too much into this joke? Which, 9 out of times 10, you are.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard a joke and immediately gone, I'm offended by this. Because I find everything funny. I find all, any kind of humour, especially stuff that's like really risque and like darker. Like I love that kind of shit. But that's just my sense of humor. I think I'm really open because I grew up really open. Like my mom used to make jokes about how like I would be like, oh no, I don't want to drink something from that you drank from. And she's like, you fucking came out my vagina. I'm like, thanks, Mom. Great. And she just said a whole bunch of shit that was like deadpan to me when I was a kid, and it was just like that's where my sense of humor came from because my mom was a sick fuck. She once said to me, "Oh, Robert, if I knew then what I knew now, it'd be the coat hanger for you." So there you are. There was an abortion joke, but it's not a joke about being abortions. It's a joke about me.
I'd say it's more a joke about her considering herself to be a terrible person.
Yeah, no. But like, I just like it's funny. Like all jokes are funny. People just have no sense of humor sometimes.
Well, going back to the Steven Universe thing of finding meaning where there is none.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of what people tend to do with jokes. Is they'll either look on the surface and get the absolute the base idea of the joke and take it the wrong way. Take it for face value, I think is the term I'm looking for, and use that to be offended. Find meaning in that bit alone, or as I say, they will dig so deep they completely miss the point and take offence to whatever they can find in there. And all I'm saying is, guys, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, just chill out, man.
I'm absolutely not saying go out and make gay jokes. I'm just saying understand humour a little better.
Your gut feeling is probably the right one.
See, that's what I mean. Was that too serious? Was that fine?
No, that was fine.
Okay.
That wasn't too serious.
I better get comments now saying, "Oh, Nathan, that was lovely."
Oh yeah.
That was such a lovely rant.
You're so thoughtful, man.
I'm so in tune with the universe. And I think that is the perfect time to end this podcast. Robert!
What? That's my name!
Where the fuck can I find you on the internet should we want to?
You can find me on the internet at Twitter at Robert Has a Vlog, and then you can find me on Instagram by the same name. And you can also find me on Tumblr at ectob1ologist, where I just post a lot of fucking memes and all my rarest pepes.
Wasn't Pepe's?
Oh, I got a world. I can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, when was the last time you let your heart decide? The lyrics are somewhere there. That was weird.
A new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or said we're only dreaming. Okay, that was weird. I'm not going to listen to the end of this podcast.
Okay, I might cut that out just because that took a weird deviation.
Now I'm in a whole new world with you.
Sure. Did you finish all of your where to find yous?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did say Nathan, didn't I? Nathan, where they can find you where they can find... Oh, God. I can't English. Nathan, where can the fine people of the internet find you? On the internet.
On the internet. You can find me on the Twitter, which my Twitter handle is at whodatnate. That's WHODATNATE. You can find me on Tumblr at definitely-not-Nate. There may be something I'm posting on there about what I just told you. If I feel like being an intelligent person and getting off my ass and writing something, you can follow my YouTube channel where there are videos that are amusing, and there is one with Robert in.
One.
The name of
For now.
Yeah. Then well, I'm not going to delete them. Shit.
No, I mean like until...
Oh yeah. I was going to... No, I'm just going to erase you from history. The name of that YouTube channel is Whoneedsquality. And you can subscribe to the podcast on iTunes if you're not already, and you can find the podcast on the internet on the website antisocialgamerspodcast.libsyn.com. That's Libsyn is Libsyn. You can also follow the Twitter for the podcast, which is at
Antisocial Pcast.
Antisocial Pcast. Is it Antisocial Pcast or Antisocial Gamers Pcast?
Oh shit. I think it's Antisocial Pcast.
Look for either Antisocial Pcast or Antisocial Gamers Podcast. It's one of the two, we swear.
Well, no, I know it's Pcast.
I know it's Pcast.
Yeah, so it's either Antisocial Pcast or Antisocial Gamers Pcast. I think it's...
Fuck! Okay, we're gonna look this up. Excuses, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck's sake.
Go onto the tweeters.
I've had the fucking account for ages now.
You should know.
Antisocial PCast, I was wondering.
Antisocial PCast. Okay, it is Antisocial PCast. That's alright, I might cut that out. Is anything interesting happening?
I drew a picture of Jigglypuff and he was cool.
Oh wow, Jigglypuff's got glasses.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I also wrote, ooh, so cool. Who is she?
Okay. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for another one.
And then spaghetti falls out of my pocket.
I will say, if there's any topics that we've missed this week, if anything happens sort of Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, like dramatic, then that isn't included in this podcast. That's because we recorded this on the Tuesday and it's being uploaded the Friday.
Yeah.
I ain't changing shit.
Because Robert has to go away.
Yeah, Robert is busy.
I'm going on holiday.
He's bad.
I'm going camping for a week. Ooh. I'm basically getting drunk for 7 days in the wilderness. That's it.
I think the most drunk... Ooh, actually, I'm not sure about that. I think one of the drunkest I've been was while camping.
Oh, that's exciting.
I just bought...
We should go camping together.
No, I fucking hate camping.
I love camping. Come on, dude.
It's cold. It's scary. It's so boring to be away from the internet.
Oh my god, we could get like a campfire and we could sing songs.
We could make s'mores.
Gather around the campfire and sing our
campfire song.
Our CAMPFIRESONG song.
This would have been particularly musical episode.
I'm
going to end it before it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen.
Just sing along.